All right, so it's time to review more comments from my comment section. Okay, so the first comment I have today, and it's coming from one of my community posts, and it's the post that says another New York landlord became a victim of the state's strong tenant eviction protections, and it coming from a user named Rusty Rivers, and he asks, Tony, how about a podcast where we can have live chats? Well, that's very interesting, right? So, obviously YouTube does have that thing where you can have, live chat, live video, etc., right? So my plan was to wait until I had enough subscribers before I did my first live stream, okay? So my plan is to wait until I have 10,000 subscribers. So if you want to go live and you want to discuss these issues, face to face essentially and in real time, then help me get to 10,000 subscribers and we'll start doing live chats at that point. Okay, so my next comment is coming from a user named Burnest the Fourth, and it was a reply to my video, Tenants don't want to pay for damages to landlord's property after eviction. And this user left two comments on my video, so let's see. It says, quote, they didn't get the owner's side of the story. And then a star, the managers didn't reply to request for comment. I mean, their side of the story didn't get out, so I have to make it up. And the second comment is, there's so much far left policy out on the West Coast. And then a Kylo Ren meme. More. It's almost like houses are for dwelling, not investing. Curious. So, here you go, right? So obviously you don't like what I had to say, but you can make a lot of assumptions about what's happening just based on what the tenants are saying and based on general knowledge of being a landlord. Okay, so don't think that just because I don't know the exact story of these landlords doesn't mean that I can't easily figure out what's going on here in this situation. So as for this Kylo Ren meme, I've seen all the Star Wars movies. I'm a big Star Wars fan, even the bad, Disney Star Wars movies, but I don't exactly understand what you're trying to say here. So if you could clarify, with another comment, I'd appreciate it. Okay, so the next comment that a user left a response to was this Tony D. And they say, and it was a response to my LA wants to steal landlord's property with eminent domain and turn it into public housing video. And they say, so basically all renters, regardless of income level, should receive Section 8 vouchers because the renter's income cannot support rent increases? ? Right? So according to them, yes. Okay, that is exactly what they want, right? They think that everybody should be under government assistance, that the government should own all the housing, and that we should be under a 100% socialist system where people don't own property, where you can never own property. They think that owning property or building something on your own or whatever is evil. They literally believe it's evil. Okay, they are 100% against capitalism, and they want to push us into a system of communism where the government controls everything, and they think that this will be a better system somehow, no matter the fact that it has failed everywhere that it's been implemented, no matter the fact that it would push more people into starvation, food shortages, rationing of basic necessities than, the problems we have now are minor compared to what we would be under if we were under this ridiculous communist system that they are pushing. But that is exactly what they want. They want everyone to be under Section 8. Okay? It doesn't matter. Nobody can afford a rent increase, so the government will take all the property, all the private property away, take away all private property rights, and then we will assign you what we feel that you deserve. That's what they want. And that's why I'm so against it, okay? Okay, and another response to my LA wants to steal landlord's property with eminent domain and turn it into public housing. And this one's coming from a user named the Tramp 962. Why can't they just build affordable housing instead of taking properties from landlords? It would be far easier. And I agree with that, right? Like, it would be easier for them to build public housing. But some of the lower comments beneath that actually, they give good replies as well. From PDB Long, council members want re-election. They will never move tenants out of their district. Rent control is just one tool to keep their voter base in place. That is why very few people can break away from public housing, welfare, Medicaid. And then Kona Girl says, not in California with their endless regulations. Also, government building their own public housing lacks that tasty communism they crave, namely to subjugate you while enriching themselves. But it's that subjugating you part they really crave most. Those are good responses, the better than the response I could have thought of. So, yeah, I just had to read all of those comments, and I completely agree. Okay, also in response to my video, LA wants to steal landlord's property with eminent domain and turn it into public housing. And this comment is coming from a user named DC101. Tony, we don't need your consent and we don't need your opinion. You talking about property rights, but yourself were property. I believe you are my property and I have DNA to prove it. Okay, that was a little bit confusing. I don't exactly know what you're trying to say. What it looks like is, I'm guessing that you live in LA and you're saying that you don't need my consent or you don't need a landlord's consent in order to take their property away. Is that what you're trying to say? Because simply put, if you're saying that landlords don't have property rights, then you're dead wrong, okay? Dead wrong. Okay, the Constitution of the United States, not of California maybe, but of the United States of America says that yes, you cannot take a property, a private property for public use without just compensation. That's why I'm saying that the landlord needs to fight it, okay? And, the rest of yours is so hard to understand what you're trying to say there. I'm not even going to respond to that. Okay, and then a comment to my video, a tenant thinks landlords should make upgrades before raising the rent. Alana Razis says, love the comment videos, Tony. Keeping it real, no sugarcoating. The entitlement mentality with these tenants are insane. And thank you. I really do appreciate that you like these type of videos. I'm going to keep bringing you them from time to time. I'll keep doing my news updates, etc. But I like to, respond directly. And, sometimes I don't have a lot of really good news stories. So these comment videos, they keep the content coming for everyone to see and see what my opinions are.